So welcome back to the first annual Yogscast poker tournament,
and we are now.
Is it?
No, that's what we're calling it.
People won't recognise me.
Now talking to our poker players.
Terps.
So
Mark, stand up Turpin.
Mark, stand up Turpin.
Did you not go with the shark?
No.
We tried to make the shark happen.
No.
We stuck with stand up, and for a little moment you were Mark sit down Turpin, and then Mark the dealer Turpin.
Yeah, that's what it is. The dealer. They call me that because I make it happen.
And that's how we originally met, wasn't it?
Yes, exactly. So, ironically, Tom was my dealer back then. But shortly thereafter, he came into a bit of financial problems, and I became his dealer.
Yeah,
so
and
it's funny how it works, really, isn't it?
It was really good.
What goes around comes around.
Exactly.
So tell us.
Yeah, talk to us about the poker game. How
Okay,
did it
well,
go?
I mean, originally it went really well. Second hand, third hand, whatever it was, I won big. And then Lewis got in my head. Instantly. He started picking up big swathes of chips and throwing them down with no regard
Splashing.
at all. Splashing.
Nary a regard for decency.
It was a man who just had so much money already in his mind.
He was
didn't
first
care
out,
about
though.
Well, I think that's the thing. You'll see that. I think when the popular uprising comes, I think Lewis will be one of the first on the chopping block.
Against the wall.
Exactly. I will be there with my common people saying, yes, he's rich, get him!
I have been sharpening my guillotine for the last four and a half years.
Exactly.
So was your focus from the start to knock out Lewis? Was that your focus?
It wasn't less so to knock out Lewis and not to be knocked out by Lewis.
Yeah.
However, I played into his hand early with a terrible all-in on nothing.
Yeah.
And again, I forgot that he's not an idiot.
Yeah.
That was probably where I slipped up. Is I thought, hang on, Lewis is an idiot, and then actually he's not an idiot.
So, do you think Kath was a worthy winner?
No, Christ, no. He didn't. I mean, he was bottom of the pile first half, out with nothing, and then sadly, like I said, I would have won were it not for Duncan and his stupidity on going in on 2-8s. You know, I had a solid match in fives, and I saw him. I was like, "Shit, Sunday's match,
Man,
it's gonna happen."
But before you go, so I don't know a lot about poker, and I was getting Pyrion to explain a lot to me about poker in Star Wars analogies.
Okay.
So you going out the way that you did,
I was like
how would you
Boba
compare
Fett and the
that?
Sarlacc pit. Everyone thought he deserved a better end than that.
Right.
No one, he was never intended to be the star, but you know what? He stole my heart.
I like
He had
that.
a limited amount of time in that spotlight, and I love him.
Yeah.
And then, the fuck did they do to him? The Sarlacc pit of Duncan, this big gaping maw.
Yeah.
Just.
Man.
No, I like that analogy a lot.
Exactly.
I really do.
The weak-way bodyguard bumping into you, your jetpack going off.
Whoa! Exactly.
Man.
Wilhelm scream, the whole works.
That's a
there you
mechanic
go.
I
So
can
you
That's as
can
good as
appreciate-
the Star Wars analogy
Exactly.
we've had today.
That
Now,
to us,
well-
you've beaten us
Yeah.
on all of our existing ones.
Yeah, we might get some prequel memes in here. And
Oh.
then, you know, people
No,
at
we're
home
not
are gonna
allowed
love
prequels.
that. Oh,
No
I don't
prequels,
know.
no.
The tragedy of Kath.
No.
He could.
I mean,
go all
honestly,
in
if
himself.
anyone is a prequel meme, it must be Kath. The
You'd hope
least
so.
deserving winner.
I think so.
we
I think
watched
it's,
this
it's
play.
incredible. He did also say buy us all Nando's.
Really?
So that is a winner chicken dinner for us.
Holy shit, winner chicken
exactly.
dinner.
Exactly.
Amazing-
I'm thrilled for
amazing
that.
stuff.
So
Perfect.
thanks to all the donators.
Yeah,
I don't know
thank
how
you.
much we made, but I think half of that goes to Kath.
Indeed.
Which is a bit
The-
bullshit,
Congrats.
really.
The-
Not sure. We might change that rule now. I was anticipating I'd get a piece, but yeah,
You're
we'll see.
anticipating the win, so it'd all be going to the winner.
Well,
but-
yeah, we were saying as a company we were going to put 500 in, and we were going to, so that people would be playing for something.
Yeah,
So play
yeah.
Seriously, guys.
Have, like,
Come on.
very
We want some
tangible-
serious. Don't just go all in every hand, or just fucking keep betting. But anyway, I will try and find Shin.
Thank you. Or any of them, honestly. We'll grab them in here.
Well, yeah.
whenever.
We're not
Shin
fast.
would be great to have up next, but
Okay.
Failing
Turpin,
that, whoever
Thank
you've
you,
got.
guys.
thank you
Shout out to
very,
Stand
Turp.
up, guy.
thank
Stand
you
up,
very
guy.
much
Thank you.
for
Mark,
coming and
stand up
talking to us.
Turpin there.
Stand
It
up.
finished fourth in the tournament there,
Man,
taking home $0.
What great plays we saw from Terps.
Yeah, let's just list them. All right, while they're sorting this out, Lewis Brindley, would you like
We'd
to
like to
join
bring
us?
a
Grab a
chair into,
squeeze into the middle here.
into our midst.
We are joined.
The man himself.
Here he comes. The angriest poker pro in the business, trying to mind the cables.
Oh yeah, we are.
Lift your feet up. Lift your feet up. There we go. All right, slide in. Here, you can hold my microphone and talk into that. A crushing defeat there, first out. Give us your take on the tournament. How did it go?
It's not easy being out there, boys.
Just bring the microphone a little closer.
It's not easy. It's not easy being out there.
What did you think about the table? What was your strategy going in?
I don't know, like, playing these guys is like, nothing makes sense. None of their decisions make sense.
Did you feel like Batman fighting the Joker? Every move was just absolute nonsense. We were baffled down here. It must have been hard for you up there, a man that has played poker, and just ridiculous bets.
I should have realised that I was against a table full of unpredictable guys who don't know what they're doing, and as a result, I didn't adjust to that.
Yeah.
I played my normal style, and it just didn't work.
All right, so what would you have done differently? Looking back now, how do you think you could have adjusted your style to adapt to the conditions at that table?
I think I did get unlucky a couple of times. I got lucky a couple of times, but I got unlucky a couple of times. And it just, just seeing like Duncan limp in pre-flop with pocket queens on a fucking 5-man table and thinking, well, you know, it's a paired board's come down. What's the chances he's hit that? Not very much. Can I push him off it? Probably. And then just running into those.
No one ever folds.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the primary thing you have to understand is nobody ever folds, ever.
Right.
There's no folding in this tournament.
It was hard out there, man. You didn't want to be out there on that chaos. It was a jungle.
No. I mean, we've been having a good time commentating. Lewis, better luck next time.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much for taking part in the first annual Yogs Poker tournament.
He's going to cruise
It's been
out the
great.
way he cruised in.
Great to see you awkwardly
Furious.
and detaching our cables.
Noise cancelled and livid. Out he goes. Oh, wait, we've got Duncan Lion King Jones.
So
joining
we
us.
now have Duncan the Lion King Jones
that my
joining
nickname?
us. That was your nickname due to your a beautiful mane.
Main. So, Duncan, talk us through, how did your tournament go there? What did you think?
Oh, it was great. I was just glad to not come last. I mean, as soon as Lewis was out, I was like, I'm done. You know, I've done what I came to do.
You
So I
played.
took out Lewis and I took out Terps, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
Also, Shin had gone out before you as well. So
You finished heads up,
I was
second
second,
place.
man.
If that was the World Series, you'd be a millionaire right now.
I was thinking about going in all in earlier on, but then I was like, nah, Shin might beat me then. So I
you
didn't.
played it cool, and you played it well. You played some good hands
You
there.
played some poker. You had
got
pocket queens twice.
pocket queens was
Had ace
good.
queen another time.
Those
The ladies loved you. Does that translate into real life?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, ladies love you.
From what I've seen, you can't go anywhere with Duncan because the ladies love Duncan,
Nice.
and you are left with. To be honest, the men love Duncan as well.
Nice.
Not so much, but
You just
Do you
no
think
one,
it's the
no one's
hair
left
or
over.
it's the poker skills?
I think the hair
Let's say
it's-
hair.
it's-
really helps.
I think it's a combination of the poker skills and the hair. Yeah.
You did have the most beautiful hair at the table today. How did that feel? Turning up, also dressing up today.
Yeah.
Very impressed.
All right.
Very glad.
It paid off.
jacket.
I mean, when he came into the office today, he was wearing his suit, he was wearing his t-shirt, sunglasses on. I thought he's come to play. He's a player. He's come to play. He's not just turned up to make up the numbers. This guy's come to do something, and he finished second.
Either play poker or be like a band
Or
manager.
was it third? No, it was second.
Second. Come
What
on.
did, what did you
Second.
think about Shin's call with Ace High? He thought he had
Oh
what
my
he called the
God.
wraparound
The
straight.
wraparound
The
straight.
wraparound.
Yeah.
I still don't think he can't be serious, right? That was,
No, he was serious. He literally thought he had the wraparound.
I thought he was
straight.
just like going out in a funny way.
No, I don't think so. Do you think? So we were talking about the Yogs rules and maybe making the wraparound straight a thing. Would you be on board with that?
No,
No.
it's ridiculous.
Would you not? You want to make a few changes to rules?
I think some wild cards could be fun.
Ooh, a wild card.
Yeah,
Like
some jokers in
Mrs.
there.
Brown the Baker in there. If you draw that, you get to make up a rule for the game.
I believe it's Mrs. Bun the baker.
Mrs. Bun the
Make
Baker.
up, no, just a couple of
So
wild
I'm not
cards. You end up
super
some big
familiar
hands,
with Yogs
wouldn't you?
rules. So
Mrs.
we
Bun the Baker and the
previously in
wraparound
Yogs
straight.
rules played Mrs. Brown the Baker, but maybe
Bun the
maybe it's
Baker,
Mrs.
yeah.
Bun the Baker.
Yeah, it is Mrs. Bun.
But maybe some kind of drinking game style rules would be good in a poker game. Would you like that? You know, kind of you have to.
I don't know, like the 2 to a 5 slot. It's not.
Well, I mean, we've
Super
done
good
2
for
bottles of
drinking.
prosecco.
Wow.
And we are still waiting
We're
on our
awaiting our
delivery
third.
of the third bottle.
Holy shit, guys.
Well played.
Thank you.
Thank you
Enjoy
very
your
much for
Prosecco.
joining us.
Well done.
I'll go
And
find
thank
Shin
you for
for
the
you.
interview.
If you can grab another player for us, that would be wonderful. We're joined by Harley Shin,
Harley Shin
joining us now
has come
in
to
the
join
poker
us. Come and join us
post-game
in
room.
the poker Poker Arena.
And he's
Oh
brought us-
my god.
You are
And
the best
Harley
guest we've
Shin.
ever had on this show.
So tell us about how you were robbed from the win that you deserved, because...
yeah, tell it. Put the headset on.
Oh yeah, so you can hear, and everyone can hear you.
Talk us through that final hand, if you can.
Sorry?
Talk us through that final hand, if you can.
My final hand or the
Yeah.
final hand of the game?
Your final hand.
Well, obviously, I'm used to Dorset rules poker.
Oh, okay, Backstreet Poker.
Backstreet
Yeah.
poker,
Man.
where the wraparound straight is very much a thing.
See, I was very upset because I thought you were calling with ace high. And I was deeply confused. And I was shouting, why is he calling? Why? And then now that we find out that you thought you had, what was it, Queen, King, Ace, 2, 3 or something, some kind of a wraparound straight, which is, of course, not a thing in poker. So,
We got another cup.
yeah, of
yeah,
course,
yeah.
yeah.
You know, a fresh glass.
So you thought
I was
you had a
confused.
straight.
I legit thought, at best, he's got the same as me, and we'll be okay. And I'll
Right.
maybe split the pot, but I'm too all in now that I might as well get some of it back.
Pot committed, they call that.
Yeah. I felt pot committed, but it was pot luck
Yeah.
that I was robbed.
Or in this case, a terrible call, which
Yeah.
would be another way to put it. So you thought that you had the wraparound straight and that you guys were maybe splitting it, but of course that wasn't the case.
It wasn't the case at all, no. It was a shame. But no, thank you very much for casting. You did an
Cheers.
excellent
Cheers.
job.
Cheers, pal.
of
Well
casting.
played. You came
Oh.
third. What was your approach going in? Who were you hoping to tilt? Was it Lewis?
It was. I mean, Lewis is known for. We had like a whole campaign of hashtag Beat Lewis,
Right.
Because he's notoriously the best poker player. So we thought.
He's a very experienced poker player, playing kind of, pseudo-professional poker.
I mean, this is the man that paid off his student loan through poker.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, 100%.
Did he really?
He said that, yeah.
Did he tell you that?
Lewis used to play a lot of poker.
Paid off a student loan playing poker. I'm staggered by that. I must play this man
Online.
in a cash game at some point. I can't believe it. What did you think was the sort of table meta, if you like? How did you see the game playing out? What was your decision when you were in the hand? Did you think, if I hit anything, I'm going all in? Because that's how it seemed.
That's it. I mean, I think we were all pretty new to poker, and when you think you're good, you go big, and when you think you're not good, you're like, oh no, maybe not. You kind of feel a bit more confident, and I think like seasoned poker players know they're not going to get lucky, but unseasoned ones, newbies, they always think that last card's going to come up for them.
You remember those moments where you've won big. You're not playing the odds. You're remembering
playing for the dream.
The dream. The
Dream chasers.
The anecdotal evidence of like, oh, I could win this. Oh,
Yeah.
this could be a thing. Oh, and
That's it. I was about making memories, not money.
Yes.
So-
And you created many memories for us today.
Holy shit.
When you saw Cav at the table, did you get a read on him in any way? Did you know what he had, or did you just think he's just Cav?
He had a good poker face, which is like, that's why he didn't bring his sunglasses, right? He was the only man that didn't disguise himself.
You're right.
Would you describe it in the same way as Chat did, as a shit-eating grin?
Well, I didn't want to put any words
Yeah, of
to
course.
it, but no, yeah. Well, he won. He deserves that kind of grin.
Huh. Interesting.
Man,
I wish I could have seen what you guys could see there, because then it would have been very different.
You
game
can
for
watch
me,
the
I
VOD.
think.
You
It
can watch
was-
the VOD.
it was
so
very good.
we've asked everybody this so far. If you could put your tournament performance into a Star Wars metaphor, can you
so we
think
need
of
like
it?
an analogy of
I can give you an
how
example of one
did.
we've had so far, if you'd like.
I got a great one for this.
Okay, let's
actually.
hear it.
No. I was Han Solo
Okay.
on the bridge. Spoilers if you haven't seen Force Awakens. It's Han Solo on the bridge meeting Kylo Ren,
Right.
and I thought we were sharing a moment with the shared hand, but I was betrayed.
Oh my god, I love it. That you have just taken the spot for the best Star Wars
That's the
analogy.
best one.
Shit.
Yeah.
Do I win any money for that?
No.
Well, you win
Yeah, get
some of the
some
Prosecco that you brought,
Which you
paid
brought for us.
You've won back some money.
I didn't buy in. So I'm the only person that didn't actually spend
Which,
any money.
Yes,
100%
to your
respect
credit.
to you for everyone else kind of just played retardedly and kind of just went out.
Yeah.
They could not.
But for that one misplay, who knows? We might be talking to the champion
Could
right
have
now.
been. It could have
Yeah.
been. It could have been.
You shout out to shit. Thanks.
Thank
for
you
watching
very
the
much.
stream.
Very well played, sir. It's a pleasure to have you on
pleasure.
tonight.
It was a pleasure to play in the company of the people that weren't you, and to be commentated by. They can't hear me. Can
He said, "Go fuck
very
yourselves,
well.
everybody else."
Hey guys, how's everyone doing?
Well, first of all,
Yeah.
thank you for
Cheers.
coming and
Thank you.
joining us.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Now
thank
you are a lofty poker champion. It's nice
It's
that you will
good.
even talk to people
Yes.
like us.
Thank
I know.
you.
Well, I mean, you got to play big sometimes, which I feel like.
Are
I
you saying
did.
go big or go home?
Pretty much.
What was your
Go
plan
big.
going into the game? Well, how did you approach it?
My main kind of plan was just to beat Lewis. Like,
Okay.
if we could get, because
That's
the
been a
hashtag
common
beat Lewis
theme,
was
by the
out
way.
there.
So
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
every
so.
single person other than Lewis was. All I wanted to do was beat Lewis.
Well,
And
the thing is, I had a chat with him before the game, like a little bit, like a couple of weeks ago.
What did he
and
say? Did he shit talk you?
He was like, I'm alright at poker. He just sort of played nice and calm. But I'm pretty confident that he's a pretty good player. So
Okay.
I wanted to just, if I could beat, that's the bar, right? Beat Lewis, and then that's fine. You're golden. You know, that's
Okay,
up there. But yeah, to win it is pretty awesome.
So you were
So-
in it for the bragging rights,
well,
basically.
so
much.
how did you feel when Lewis went out first?
That was insane. That was absolutely insane. Yeah, especially the big loss that he made towards the start of the game.
Oh.
That was incredible. Like I wasn't
Because he was
expecting
up,
him
wasn't
to-
he? He was up
Yeah.
substantially, and then threw it
was.
all the way.
He got
Yeah.
Terps' all in. Terps just threw, like, Terps didn't even want
Yeah.
those chips. He was
It
just
almost
couldn't get
looked
rid of them
chucking them away.
fast
Like,
enough.
Yeah.
at that point, I was
Exactly.
thinking corruption. I was thinking Terps has given this money to Lewis.
Possibly,
Lewis has
yeah.
said,
Terps
I
was
have
getting
to
a
win.
backhander.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Trying to
thinking.
slide
But
it
then
across,
no.
cheekily seeing his cards somehow, and that's it.
But then,
no,
yeah,
it
you
wasn't.
guys
It
just
wasn't.
teased those chips straight out
Well,
to
that's
Lewis.
it. So we're talking about what was going to be just a Lewis wins, same old, to a complete, like a huge upset, which
Big
I think
upset.
was, yeah, no, it was
One of the
it was
biggest
really
poker
awesome.
upsets of all time.
But
Right
I
here,
think
live
I'm the
on
only
the
person that had a little bit of practice though. 'Cause
Had
I
you
did-
played?
I did a stream for a poker stream just on like online before
I
the
see.
game, just to kind of like.
This is new information.
Oh,
Interesting.
so it turns out we do have someone who practiced.
I imagine there
which
would
is
be more
good.
people that practiced, but no, apparently I was the only person.
I see.
So
This is the Yogscast.
yeah,
we
that's
do not
true.
prepare or
That's
practice
true. Yeah.
anything.
So technically I cheated, I guess. So,
So what was the hand, other than obviously the winning hand, what was
Mm-hmm.
the hand that you felt things turned for you and you thought, okay, I'm back on track, I can do this now? Was there a moment where you thought, I've got this?
I think when I hit that flush, that was pretty huge.
That was a big
The jack high
moment.
flush, I think it was.
yeah, that was.
And then they were betting in front of you, and I said to Tom,
Yeah.
this
Oh.
is the dream. You've
Yeah.
got the nuts,
Yeah.
and they're doing all the betting for you. You just got to sit there and call.
Because that's it. Because I was sitting there, and I remember Shin or Duncan
I
was
think
about
Duncan
to
bet,
put a little bit
Shin
in,
rate, and
I
you
was
went all in, right?
This is good because they're betting on their own incentive.
Yeah.
It was after the buyback in the first break that it kind of got to a point where it's like, right, okay, so I've got less than I started with. You know, it's starting.
No,
to
we were
dwindle
talking
a
about
bit.
this actually. When you
Actually,
just
had
deliberately
a
lost
big-
the money to
a big
rebuy.
tactical-
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
asking, is this a good move? Like, I'm not sure. Do you
Well,
want to?
I mean,
But-
so
What was your thinking behind it?
I've got like
That's
this sort
good.
of tradition in my family where we all like to play poker once a year, right?
Okay.
And we've got this kind of like in-house rule that if you get under a certain amount of chips, usually like 1,000, you just all in blind because there's no point in sitting there, you know, pissing away 10s and 20s and things
Building
like
up the tiny
that.
amounts.
Exactly. So you go all in blind. You either go big or go home, like sort of
Right.
the start. So I thought that was a good idea. Didn't
Do your
work
family
out.
allow buybacks?
Yes. Yeah. One.
What is
buyback
this
per person.
family where they
I
just
know.
have this annual
The
poker
gambler
game?
crew.
or
I
I'm
know.
whatever?
picturing sovereign rings.
True. Yeah.
There's a gun, a meat hook in the back cupboard.
There's a dog. Butch, no! Get down, Butch!
Get down, you fucking asshole! Just
Anyway,
good.
congratulations.
But before
Thank
you
you.
go,
Oh, wait, yes.
So I'm an absolute amateur at poker. I
Okay.
don't really play any poker. Pyrion is an expert at poker,
I can tell.
so I've got him to explain to me poker terms and the scenarios that have been coming up in Star Wars terms. So how would you
Right.
describe your
Okay.
win today in a Star Wars analogy? Everyone else has
Okay.
done this so far.
All right. Okay.
Preferably
No, come on.
ruling out the prequels. Let's just go
No,
traditional classic
no.
or Force
Ignore
Awakens.
him. Prequels are fine. You
Prequels are
explain
not
it.
fine.
Did
Cal.
you guys ever play a game called Star Wars Empire at War?
No.
Nope.
Real-time strategy game. It's a really, really good game. I think that mine would be Admiral Akbar saying, "Concentrate all fire on the shield generator," and that's Lewis.
Okay.
Concentrating on Lewis, focusing on Lewis.
Really?
Taking him out. Yeah. Because he kind of did in the end, which
Man,
is good.
oh my god, just the humbleness of not even your big win of you could have been like,
team
I
effort.
was Luke
I was-
Skywalker and I
No.
killed Duncan by firing
No.
my photon torpedo and blew up the Death Star.
He went
No,
for a
you-
niche entry in the
niche
canon.
at
it.
a much earlier stage. My god.
It's a team effort. At the end
Not
of the
only
day, you know.
a champion, but a humble
Humble
champion.
I couldn't have beat Lewis on
The
my own. It
best
takes
kind of-
everybody to beat Lewis. It's,
Wow.
it's
My
a
God.
team effort.
The best of champions.
Oh.
Cal, congratulations
Thank you
once
so much.
more.
Thank you
Appreciate
so
it.
much for
Thank
joining
you so
us.
much. Yeah, no, appreciate
Us
it.
humble
Thank you.
people down
Thanks,
in this
guys.
room.
It's been great. I look forward to the next one if you guys want to see it again.
Yeah, we've been telling people, please just let us know if you
Yeah.
want to see more poker.
Yep. We're down to clown.
Ben, Thank you very
Thank you guys.
much,
I'll let you
Kath.
wrap up. Thank you so much, guys.
Peace.
So,
We've
shit,
done. We're
okay.
done. See you guys next time.
Pyrion,
coming up.
thank you so
A
much.
pleasure.
It's
Thank
been
you
amazing.
for watching. Those are the donations.
And one last button before the stream ends. And that's probably the furthest that we can ever go on stream. Oh, look at your face, Pyrion. Oh my god, I can't wait that we're getting
Yeah,
out
we're
of
done.
here.
No, we're leaving. Bye.
Thank you, guys.